Welcome back to botany class. Let's continue genetic interactions. Gene interactions are broadly classified into two different types, intergenic interactions and intragenic interactions. In intergenic interactions are otherwise called non-allelic interactions, and intragenic interactions are otherwise called allelic interactions. Today we are going to learn intergenic interactions. Let's start with intergenic interactions. What's meant by intergenic interactions? Interlocus interactions takes place between the alleles of different genes. What is meant by intergenic interactions? The definition is interlocus interactions or intergenic interactions or takes place between the alleles of different genes, Look at this picture. Here there is a chromosome which contains, there is a homologous chromosome which contains different alleles. This is one gene, A, homozygous, and it represents one allele, and this is small b, small b. This is the gene. Genes are located in pair as allele. This is the allele locus. The gene is located in the locus, or capital C, small c. This is the another allelic pair. This is homozygous. It is also homozygous. This is homozygous dominant allele. This is homozygous recessive, and this is heterozygous. So interactions here, intergenic interactions. Interactions takes place between the alleles of different genes. So between the alleles of different genes, interactions taking place. Here interaction taking place, this is one allele, this is another allele. Interactions taking place between the alleles of different genes. These are the different genes between the different alleles. That is called as intergenic interaction. There are different types of intergenic interactions. There are number of examples are there. It is epistatic interactions. Epistatic interactions. There are different types of epistatic interactions. They are dominant epistasis, recessive epistasis, duplicate gene with cumulative effect of epistasis, complementary epistasis, supplementary epistasis, inhibitor gene epistasis, and duplicate gene epistasis. But you are going to learn only one example, that is dominant epistasis. So there are these all epistatic ratios, there are different, it gives different ratios. In the F2 generation, the dominant epistasis which gives 12:3:1. Dominant epistasis. These all are one word question. The ratio of different epistatic genes. Dominant epistatic ratio is 12:3:1. Recessive epistasis 9:3:4. Duplicate gene epistasis 9:6:1. Complementary epistasis 9:7. Supplementary epistasis 9:3:4, and inhibitor gene epistasis 13:3, and duplicate gene epistasis 15:1, which is underwent different examples. Dominant epistasis, the example is summer squash. It is worked under summer squash and it gives the ratio 12:3:1. Recessive epistasis, example antirrhinum. And duplicate gene epistasis, again it is color of the fruit, summer squash. Complementary epistasis, sweet peas. And supplementary in maize, inhibitor genes, example rice. Duplicate gene epistasis, shepherd's purse, that is bursa, bursa. So, these all examples are epistatic interactions. So, in epistatic interactions, you are going to learn one example, that is dominant epistasis. Example, summer squash, the fruit color of summer squash. Then intragenic. Intragenic interactions are otherwise called allelic interactions. Already you learned there are two types, incomplete dominance and codominance. What is the example of incomplete dominance? Mirabilis jalapa, it gives the ratio 1:2:1. Codominance, ABO blood group, it also gives 1:2:1 ratio. Let us see this dominant epistasis. What is meant by dominant epistasis? See the definition. Two alleles of a gene at one locus. See this picture, look at this picture. Two alleles, there are here in this chromosome there are three alleles. Two alleles of a gene at one locus, two alleles of a gene at one locus interfere and suppress the phenotypic ratio of the another pair. So, what is the definition? Two alleles of a gene at one locus, two alleles, this is one allele, this is another allele. Two alleles of a gene at one locus interferes and suppress the phenotypic expression of the different pair of alleles. So, what does you mean? One pair of allele which suppress or it masks the expression of the another allele, that is called dominant epistatic interaction. So, this example, let us see one example, summer squash. The fruit color of summer squash, there is a genotype, a pair of genes which contains capital W, small g, make a cross between capital G, small w, capital W, small g, into small w, capital G. So, here this is capital W, white. The capital W which represents white color. So, here white color. So, this side you take this small w, capital G. So, in this W, capital W represents the white color, the fruit, white color fruit. And this green, this capital G represent the yellow color fruit. This is yellow color, this is white color. White is dominant over this yellow. In summer squash, example, summer squash, example for dominant epistasis. So, in dominant epistasis, there are epistatic gene and hypostatic gene. The gene which suppress or mask the character, here one gene, two alleles, one is suppressing or masking the characters of other, that is called epistatic gene. Epistatic gene, and the epistatic gene, if W, when it is dominant, it suppresses the color. This one, it gives white color, this white suppress the expression of the colored. See here this capital G, yellow color. So, yellow color which suppress the expression of this capital W, suppress the expression of the colored fruit, yellow or green color. So, this gene is called, W is called as epistatic. Then hypostasis is that gene which prevent of expression is the hypostatic gene. Hypostatic gene. Learn all the definitions. First learn what is intergenic interaction, what is the definition, and what is epistatic gene, and what is dominant epistasis. Then examples. Now, there is a cross between this capital W, small g, and small w, capital G. So, in the F1, these are taken as a parent. This is the parent, capital W, small g into small w, capital G. So, in the F1 generation, it gives, according to Mendelian inheritance, it gives that F1 hybrid. So, in the F1 generation, it produces capital W, small w, capital G, small g. So, it gives capital W, small w, capital G, small g. So, it is the F1 hybrid. So, it gives the ratio when it is selfed. This F1 is self cross, capital W, capital G, small g. It gives the ratio 12:3:1. See, the dominant epistatic alleles, the ratio is 12:3:1. So, dominant epistasis, what is the example? Summer squash. The fruit color, the example has taken as summer squash fruit color. So, which is F1 generation, it gives a hybrid and gives the color white. Here white is dominant, and this is the epistatic gene which suppress the expression of the colored fruit, yellow or green. So, it gives white color, and when it is selfed, when the white color is self crossed, it gives the ratio 12:3:1. Let us see in the checkerboard. One taken as male and another as female. So, here what are the genetic combinations, gene combinations? Here it gives capital W, capital G, capital W, small g, small w, capital G, small w, small g. So, write it here, capital W, capital G, capital W, small g, small w, capital G, small w, small g. The same, one set it take as male, another set take as female. Capital W, capital G, capital W, small g, small w, capital G, small w, small g. And write it here, caps W, caps G, caps W, caps G, small g, then caps W, small w, caps G, caps G, caps W, small w, caps G, small g. Here caps W, caps G, small g. Here caps W, small g, caps W, small w, caps G, small g, caps W, small w, small g, caps W, small w, caps G, caps W, small w, caps G, small g, small w, caps G, small w, caps G, small g, caps W, small w, caps G, small g, caps W, small w, small g, small g, small w, caps G, small g, small w, small g, small g. Let us take the ratio, how it gives 12:3:1. Here 12 white is to 3 yellow is to 1 green. This is the ratio under this epistatic, dominant epistatic gene interaction. So, here this capital W, when capital W is present, it suppresses, it masks the expressions of the other color, either yellow or green. So, white is present, this capital W is present, it gives white, 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 white color, here capital W is there, white color, white color, white color. Here there is no capital W, this is small w, so it expresses the color yellow. It also, capital G is there, so it expresses yellow color. Here capital W is there, so white. Here white. Here capital G, so yellow. And last one, this one, small w, small g, it shows green color. See this, there are 12 white out of this 16, 12 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, 12 white is to 3 yellow, 1, 2, 3 yellow is to green, 1 green. So, this dominant epistasis, it gives the ratio 12:3:1. Here what is the epistatic gene? The epistatic gene is white, capital W, which suppress the expression of any color, that is yellow color, either yellow color or green color, which is suppressed because of the presence of this white. So, that genes are hypostatic gene, this is the epistatic gene. And the white color, it gives the colored, white color there are 12, but the colored 3 plus 1, 12 out of this 16, 12 white and only 4 it gives out of 16. The colored fruit either yellow 3 and 1 green colored fruit gives out of only 4 out of 16. Remaining, it gives that white color. So, this is one of the very important question. First question, you are going to learn this dominant epistasis. Second question is, another question, polygenic inheritance. Polygenic inheritance. Second question. Polygenic inheritance. Second question today you are going to learn is polygenic inheritance. What is meant by polygenic inheritance? Here poly, what's the meaning poly? Poly means many or several. So, here the several genes combine to affect a single trait. A single trait is affected by several genes or a group of genes which together determine a characteristic feature it contributes a characteristic feature is called as polygenic inheritance. A group of genes or several genes which combines and express a character is called as polygenic inheritance. So, there is an example, wheat kernel color of wheat. So, in this polygenic inheritance, which is explained or demonstrated by Nielsen Ale in the year 1909. Nielsen Ale expressed the polygenic inheritance. He selected two pairs of contrasting character, that is R1, R1, R2, R2. This is the dominant, crossed with small r1, small r1, small r2, small r2. In polygenic inheritance, the wheat kernel, the example is wheat kernel. In wheat kernel, there are two pairs of contrasting characters are selected. Caps R1, R1, caps R2, R2, or small r1, R1, small r2, R2. So, this is polygenic inheritance, different combinations of genes expressed in the ratio 15:1. The ratio obtained here is 15:1. So, in this is the parent. The parent is capital R1, R1, R2, R2, small r1, small r1, small r2, small r2. So, what are the gametes present here? The gametes are capital R1, capital R2, small r1, small r2. In the F1 generation, these are the gametes. F1 generation. In F1 generation, it produces capital R1, small r1, capital R2, small r2. So, this is all genes are combined together, all the four combinations are there. So, this one, the color red color, and this is white color, capital R which represent red color, red and white color. The color of the kernel is red and white. So, when this F1, the F1 is self crossed, when it is undergoes self crossed. So, this same into capital R1, small r1, capital R2, small r2, it gives 4 different combinations of genes. So, there are possible genes are capital R1, capital R2, capital R1, small r2, small r1, capital R2, small r1, small r2. So, in the checkerboard here 16, four, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, one represents male and another represents the female, and write it here capital R1, capital R1, capital R2, capital R1, small r2, small r1, capital R2, small r1, small r2, capital R1, capital R2, capital R1, small r2, small r1, capital R2, small r1, small r2. This is the method you can take out the gametes from this alleles. So, here also the same combination, capital R1, capital R2, capital R1, small r2, small r1, capital R2, small r1, small r2. So, write it here caps R1, caps R2, caps R1, small r2, small r1, caps R2, small r1, small r2. Write it inside. The combinations, there are 15:1. So, capital R1, capital R1, R2, R2. Here R1, R1, R2, R2. Here caps R1, small r1, caps R2, caps R2. Here caps R1, small r1, caps R2, small r2. Here caps R1, caps R1, caps R2, small r2. Here caps R1, caps R1, small r2, small r2. Caps R1, small r1, caps R2, small r2. And here in this, when in the F1 generation, it gives a moderate color. This is polygenic inheritance. Under polygenic inheritance, it gives the color moderate red, because all the genes, group of genes which combines and express one single trait. So it gives moderate red, and in the F2 generation, it gives different combinations of this and gives different combinations of red color, and finally only one white color. So it gives the ratio 15:1. Then this R1, small r1, R2, R2. Here caps R1, small r1, caps R2, caps R2. Here caps R1, small r1, caps R2, small r2. Small r1, small r1, caps R2, caps R2. Small r1, small r1, caps R2, small r2. Here caps R1, small r1, caps R2, small r2. Caps R1, small r1, small r2, small r2. Small r1, small r1, caps R2, small r2. Then last one, recessive, small r1, small r1, small r2, r2. So here there are 4 different combinations of this red color obtained. What are these 4 different combinations? The 4 R's, if it contains 4 R, 4 R which gives dark red color, dark red. If 3 R is there, it gives moderate dark red. And if 2 R is present, it gives 4 R is there, dark red, 3 R means moderate dark red, 2 R moderate red, and 1 R light red. And if R is absent, if there is no R, or if it is absent, R is absent, it gives the white color. So in these combinations it gives, let us see that here 4 R is there. If 4 R is there, it is dark red. Here 3 R is there, so it is moderate dark red. Here 3 R, so moderate dark red. Then 2 R is moderate red. Here 3 R is moderate dark red. Here 2 R is moderate red. Then 2 R again moderate red. 1 R it is light red. Here 3 R is moderate dark red. 2 R moderate red. 2 are moderate red, 1 are light red. Here 2 are moderate red, 1 are light red. Then here 1 are 2 R1 R2, here this one 1 R. So 1 R, that is light red and this is white. Let us see this, how many red? Dark red. So dark red, the combination is this one, R1 R1 R2 R2. This is dark red. Dark red 1. 1 dark red is to here moderate red. Moderate red R1 R1 R2 R2. Then again here this is dark red and moderate red. First one is dark red, dark red. This one, it is moderate dark red. Another combination R1 R1 R2 R2, that also moderate dark red. Then R1 R1 R2 R2, moderate dark red. Then here R1 R1 R2 R2, moderate dark red. So there are 4 different combinations here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 1, here 4. This is 4 and moderate red. R1 R1 R2 R2. This is moderate red. And here R1 R1 R2 R2, then R1 R1 R2 R2, moderate red. Here R1 R1 R2 R2, R1 R1 R2 R2, moderate red. Here one R1 R1 R2 R2. So this gives 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this 6 moderate red 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Here 6. Then light red combination 1 2 3 4, that is this light red R1 R1 R2 R2. This is light red. Then next light red is R1 R1 R2 R2, light red. Then R1 R1 R2 R2, light red. 1 2 3. So it gives 1 2 3 combinations. 1 2 3 4. One more. This one R1 R1 R2 R2, light red. So light red it gives 4. it gives 4, and white R1 R1 R2 R2 is 1. So, these all combinations, if these all combinations are plot in a graph, so which represents in a graphical form, it gives when a graph is plot against this phenotypic ratio, the phenotypic ratio of red color here, dark red to white, it gives dark red, first dark red it gives only 1, capital R1, capital R1, capital R2, capital R2. So, it gives this one, and this moderate dark red, there are 4 different moderate dark red, and moderate red there are 6, and again this light red there are 4 and only 1 this white. So, it gives when the intensity of the dark red to different combinations towards white, it gives a bell shaped curve, where it gives the ratio according to this, and phenotypically it shows that 1:6:15:20:15:6:1 ratio. So, out of this it gives 15:1 ratio. So, what is the conclusion of this? It is not linked because it assert independently. The genes are not linked genes here, and there is no blending. It is not blending, but it gives the wide range of different combinations of red. The inheritance is polygenic inheritance, the group of genes which inherited together, and the parental phenotypic and the genotypic ratio. The parental phenotypic red and white reappears in the F2 generation. So, in the F2 generation it gives the ratio 15:1. So, it is not blending of gene, but in the absence of blending it express in the why it is expressed, why it is not blending. What is the reason of absence of blending? Because the parental forms, the red and white, this parental red and white reappears in the F2 generation. So, what is the reason for this is additive. So, it additive nature. Because of this additive nature, these different combinations are obtained during this polygenic inheritance. The next question, one more question we are going to learn here, extra chromosomal inheritance. Let us see quickly the extra chromosomal inheritance. Extra chromosomal inheritance. What is meant by extra chromosomal inheritance? In Mendelian inheritance, which determines the nuclear, the gene, you all know that DNA is the universal genetic material. DNA is the genetic material. So, this genetic material, Mendelian inheritance are related to the nuclear gene in the cell which contains nucleus. In the nucleus there are chromosome. So, the genes located in the chromosome of nuclear chromosome, the expression of these all characters under Mendelian principles. But there are certain extra chromosomal inheritance, certain genes inherited other than this nuclear gene, that is either from mitochondria, the gene, or from chloroplast, either from this chloroplast or from the mitochondria. Mitochondria or from chloroplast. The genes inherited from the chloroplast or mitochondria, it expresses the inheritance. So, these are the carriers of inheritance, vectors of vectors. So, they are called as extra chromosomal inheritance. Hope that you understand that extra chromosomal inheritance. So, there is an example, Mirabilis jalapa. Again, Mirabilis jalapa, 4 o'clock plant. Normal common name is 4 o'clock plant. In this, there are varieties of leaves. That means there are different colored, dark color and pale color of leaf. So, in this dark color and pale color, here selecting two different genes, two different species plant. One contains the varied in leaf, the leaf which shows different patches, dark color and pale color. So, in this dark varied leaves, dark leaf and pale leaf. When the pollens of this dark leaf is transferred to pale leaf, either it taken as male or this is taken as female, or this is taken as female or this is taken as male. Under Mendelian inheritance, it gives the identical, the same. When the pollen of dark leaf plant is transferred to pale leaf plant, or the pale leaf plant pollen is transferred to dark leaf, F1 generation it has to give the same. But in the reciprocal cross, it gives different combinations. For example, if it is dark leaf is taken as female, it gives the F1 ratio, the dark leaf. Or if the pale leaf is taken as female, it gives the female expression in the F1, that is pale leaf. So, in the reciprocal cross, it gives this ratio. So, what is the reason? Because this is the chromosome, this is the chloroplast inheritance. So, the gene present in the chloroplast of the female, it expresses F1 generation, it expresses from the female. So, it is present in the ovum of the chloroplast. So, in the male gametes which express the nucleus, not in the cytoplasm. So, it expressed in the cytoplasm. So, later researchers they found out there are some male sterility in the cytoplasm of this cytoplasm, male sterility found the researchers. So, it contains 3 different genes, the normal gene which is called as N, and the sterility, the male sterility is because of this sterile gene S. In addition, there is another leaf RF gene, that is restore fertility gene. The restore fertility gene is called as RF. So, normal gene which contains this normal RF, small rf, that produces the fertile pollen, and this S, if the sterile is present, this RF gene restore fertility gene. So, this restore gene do not express its own unless the male S gene is present. If sterility is present, it restore the S to fertility gene. So, this normal is small rf, this S which contains capital RF, and these two are normal, that is fertile pollen. But RF, this S with RF, S with small rf gene is present, it is responsible for sterility. Okay. So, this is extra chromosomal inheritance. One of the example is Mirabilis jalapa. Commonly it is called as 4 o'clock plant. Common 4 o'clock plant. The example is varied in leaf variations, dark leaf and pale leaf. Example. So, male sterility. Later researchers it found that it is male sterility. These 3 genes are important. Then finally, atavism. So, atavism is a modification of biological structure. Sometimes in the ancestors, the generation after generation, certain characters are not expressed. The character is there, the trait is there, without it is inactive. The gene is present, but it is in the form of inactive. It can express later, but it is inactive, but after some times it re-merged and express the trait, that is atavism. So, in plant there is an example, Hieracium pilosella. Hieracium pilosella is the important example for atavism in plants. I hope that you understand this all very clear. So, today you learn detailed about polygenic inheritance. First, dominant epistasis. Learn all this question well. Dominant epistasis, 5 mark question, important. Polygenic inheritance. Polygenic inheritance example, wheat with kernel color, red and white with different combinations, it gives the ratio 15:1. And extra chromosomal inheritance. In extra chromosomal inheritance, the example Mirabilis jalapa, and finally the 3 mark question, what is meant by atavism. So, learn all this question clear. In addition, next week you have the test. So, prepare well for the test and write the test very neatly. Learn all the questions, very few portions I gave. So, prepare it well, learn thorough and write it perfect in the examination. Thank you.